Hey guys, this is Mr. Lucerio. We're going to be doing some guided practice of subtracting integers. Before we get started, I just want to emphasize, I want you guys to really focus on what I am doing, not really the answers. Okay, I have a lot of students who focus on the answers and then get really confused as to how I got there. Make sure you're seeing the steps that I take to get to my answer correctly. We will be continuing to use our understanding of adding integers. When we're adding a positive number, we go to the right. When we're adding a negative number, we go to the left. Now, if you looked at our key point video for understanding, we should know that this wouldn't make much sense. How am I going to go to the left and to the left again on my number line? What we do understand is that we can rewrite this as an addition problem. The reason maybe I want to rewrite it is because we've already practiced and we already understand how to graph on a number line adding integers. So this is the key point we need to understand. This is what you guys need to think about and remember when you're doing your work on your own. Our first number is always going to stay the same. I'm going to keep that as a 6. Remember, I want to change this into an addition problem. So instead of a subtraction, I'm going to make it a plus. For me to get the same answer as what I normally get with the 6 minus a negative 4, I need to do the opposite of the second integer. What I mean by opposite, if it's a negative 4, the opposite of negative 4 is a positive 4. So in this case, it's 6 plus 4. Now I can show that on my number line. What I already noticed here is my number line is not long enough, so I'm going to have to rewrite this. I'm going to draw another one at the very top because it is not going to accurately show what I wanted to. All right, so one thing about number lines is you don't always have to have negatives. Because I know that 6 plus 4 is 10, I can show that by just having positives. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this still follows, because we turn it into an addition problem, still follows our adding rules. So remember, our first number tells us where to start out on our number line. So I start off at a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because I'm adding a positive number, I'm going to go to the right. I'm going to go to the right 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I count it all out, so this is where I end up. This is where my answer is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 is my answer, and I know that's correct because I did it up here. Let's try another one, just so that we don't get confused. Once again, look at what I did to change my subtraction sign to an addition. I'm doing the inverse, the opposite. And we're really focusing on when we subtract integers. So negative 5 minus a negative 4. Remember, this looks weird. I don't really like the way this looks. So I want to change it into an addition problem. My negative 5 is always going to stay the same. My first number is always going to stay the same. Because I'm changing to an addition, the subtraction sign obviously goes to an addition sign. And then I do the opposite of the second integer. This is a negative 4. The opposite of negative 4 is a positive 4. So I have negative 5 plus 4. Now I can actually do that using my addition rules. I start at negative 5. I'm adding 4, which means I need to add a positive number and go to the right. So I'm going to go to the right. I'm going to go to the right 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here is my answer. Negative 5 plus 4 is negative 1. This makes sense because if you look at our addition rules, when they're opposite signs, I have a negative and a positive, I subtract. 5 minus 4, I get 1. Keep the sign of the bigger number. The bigger number is 5, and it's a negative, so my answer should be a negative. This still works. One last one, just so you guys can see. Let's say 3 minus 6 equals what? Remember, I can even change this problem into addition problem. First number stays the same. I change my subtraction sign to an addition sign, and then I do the opposite of my second number. My second number is a positive, so it means when I bring it down here, it'll be a negative. So I'm going to have 3 plus negative 6. Because it's a negative number, I'm going to be going to my left, and I'm going to be going to my left 6 times. So I have a positive 3. I'm adding a negative, so go to my left 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My answer is a negative 3. I can double check that using my integer rules for adding. When they're opposite signs, I subtract from the bigger number. 6 minus 3 is 3. Because my bigger number is a 6, my answer should be a negative because that 6 is a negative. Remember to keep in mind, I want to change my subtraction problem into an addition problem by keeping the first number the same, changing subtraction to addition, and then doing the opposite of my second number. If it's a positive, turn it into a negative. If it's a negative, turn it into a positive. If you didn't understand or if you need help, please make sure to come into mine or Mr. Fuentes' office hours from 1 to 2. If you need to just rewatch the video, make sure to rewatch the video. Thank you guys for coming in, and I will see you guys